Willkommen zusammen! Today I have a special German lesson for you about the German nominative and accusative cases. What are the German cases? German has 4 cases, and they are the nominative, accusative, dative, and genitive. These cases give you flexibility so you can structure your sentences in any order you please. Let's start with the nominative case in German. The sentence subjects take the nominative case in German. You can identify the sentence subject by asking who, in German wer, or what, was, is performing the verb. First, let's look at examples of the nominative case and subjects in sentences. Wir sind da. We are there. Wir is the subject. Was ist das? What is that? Was? Was is our subject. Das Haus ist gelb. The house is yellow. Das Haus is the subject. Wer spricht Deutsch? Who speaks German? Wer is the subject. Mein Buch fehlt. My book is missing. Mein Buch is the subject. And usually your subject comes at the beginning of the sentence or after helping words like a, the, his, her, for example. In German, these helping words have different forms, depending on the case. It's not like in English, just the or a. So let's look at the definite and indefinite articles in the nominative case and what they are. Nominative is, remember, who, wer, or what, was. And the masculine one is der, feminine die, neuter das, and plural, more than one, is die. Those are definite articles. That's how you say the in German. The indefinite articles are how you say a or an. Masculine is ein, feminine eine, neuter ein, and plural keine, none. Remember that German nouns have one of 3 genders, masculine, feminine, or neuter. So let's practice the definite articles with a few basic sentences. And pay attention to the sentence subject in bold. Der Mann redet Englisch. The man speaks English. Der Mann is the subject. Die Frau redet Deutsch. The woman speaks German. Die Frau is the subject. Das Kind versteht Spanisch. The child understands Spanish. Die Touristen sprechen kein Deutsch. The tourists don't speak any German. Now let's look at indefinite articles in sentences. Remember, this is how you say a and an. Ein Tisch ist frei. A table is free. Eine Speisekarte, bitte. A menu, please. Ein wenig Salz fehlt. A little salt is missing. Keine Zwiebeln, bitte. No onions, please. And to choose the correct article to go with your noun, you must know both the case and gender of the word. Unfortunately, you can't get away with just one or the other. German cases and their genders are really codependent. So if you haven't already, start learning the gender of those new German words. Now that you're familiar with sentence subjects, let's add a second noun as a direct object. Now let's look at the accusative case. The accusative case is for direct objects in a sentence. Usually, direct objects are things the subject is acting upon, and it answers the question who or whom. In German, you would use wen in place of who in the accusative case. First, let's look at some examples of German sentences with subjects and direct objects. This time, the direct objects are in bold. Ich mag das Restaurant. I like the restaurant. Das Restaurant is accusative. Ich is the subject. Er hat einen Tisch. He has a table. Sie nimmt das Brot. She takes the bread. Wen triffst du? Whom are you meeting? Here you can see that the direct object is unexpectedly at the beginning of the sentence. But remember that German has flexible word order. So if you say du triffst wen, you're meeting whom, you can see the subject is back in the first position. It depends on what part of the sentence you want to emphasize. Here's another example. Wir haben ein Buch. We have a book. You could also say, ein Buch haben wir. Now let's look at definite and indefinite articles and how they change in the accusative case. Remember, whom is wen and what is was. Our definite articles are den for masculine. Remember, nominative was der. It changes to den. Die is feminine, das is neuter, and die is plural. The rest stay the same. And the indefinite articles are einen. It changes from ein to einen. Eine, feminine, ein, neuter, and keine for plural. So you can see that only the masculine noun articles change in the accusative case. The feminine, neuter, and plural articles stay the same. That means you only need to memorize 2 more forms. Let's look at a few more sentences with definite articles. Der Mann kauft den Stift. The man buys the pen. Die Frau liest die Zeitung. The woman reads the newspaper. Das Kind nimmt das Papier. The child takes the paper. Die Mitarbeiter lesen die Anweisungen. The employees read the instructions. In each example, the subject is at the beginning of the sentence in the nominative case, followed by the verb, and then the direct object in the accusative case. So let's practice a few German sentences with indefinite articles in the accusative. Ein Student liest einen Satz. A student reads a sentence. Eine Lehrerin unterrichtet eine Klasse. A teacher teaches a class. Ein Mädchen nimmt ein Buch. A girl takes a book. Ein Student besteht keine Prüfungen. A student doesn't pass any exams. Now you know how to identify the subjects and direct objects and how to use them with definite and indefinite articles. Let's look at one more table so you can see the nominative and accusative cases side by side. You can find all this information on the website mygermanizedlife.com, along with more German blog articles and lessons. Let's look at this table here. Nominative is who, wer. Accusative, whom, wen, or what, was. Our definite articles for masculine were der, nominative, den, accusative. And in both cases, we have die, feminine, das, neuter, and die, plural. The indefinite articles were ein, masculine, einen, in accusative, feminine, eine, neuter, ein, and plural, keine. So the next step is to learn how to use the dative case in German. Or you can learn more about German pronouns in the nominative and accusative cases if you haven't already. If you need a break from grammar, why not check out one of these fun videos that I think you're gonna love? I picked them out just for you. Bis bald zusammen, auf Wiedersehen.